Good afternoon, everybody. It's about 1 o'clock Pacific time. Today is the 28th Tuesday of November. Hope everybody is doing well. Markets were totally mixed today, I think, to a large extent. Markets were good. I think the big part is we're still seeing low volume weeks. First stop, the NASDAQ composite was up about 40 points, 0.2%. Again, back into the move. I'm not expecting anything dramatically upper or lower. There is resistance at this zone, so I'm not going to expect it to just magically go out of this. It's going to have to chop and churn a little bit before it goes up. So I think that's one of the things that we should expect on the market overall anyway. S&P 500 also against the resistance zone, up about 4 points, 0.1 of 1%. Not much of a move there as well. And finally, the Dow Jones Industrial Average also up about 83 points, 0.2%. Good move, actually. One of the stronger indices of the three. This is the stronger index right now, moving up into the right, higher in the right direction. I think the markets are anticipating some changes, but not a significant move in the short term. One of the stocks that showed up on the radar is Palo Alto Networks. PANW is the ticker symbol. So we're going to go through a 5-step process, see what's good about it, why is it showing up on the radar, and how it's doing overall. We always start with the fundamentals, and we go first to the income statement annualized. So roughly about $1.7 billion in revenue 2017. But the 8 years following, it's gone up to nearly $7 billion. Trailing 12 months is about $7 billion. So this is nearly a 5 times very strong move. 20 to 30% growth consistently. Look at that range. This is beautiful. This has been a consistent performance. Gross profit in the 70-80% range, very, very strong. And then down below, the net margins are not bad at all. They're in the 10% range. So good, strong move. Overall, I like the stock quite a bit from a fundamentals perspective. In the last few quarters, it's gone from roughly about 30%, 29-30% growth, and now going to the lower 20% growth. So this is a little bit of a slowdown, but still good moves in the meanwhile. On the trailing 12 months basis, it's doing about 7.2 billion, and we'll end up at close to about $1 billion, I think, in terms of net income. Very good, strong move, very profitable, moving profitably in the right direction. So that's a good sign for the stock. So no red flags here. On the balance sheet, about 14 billion in total assets and cash. Roughly about 5 billion in cash, non-current assets. Just to make sure that we are okay with this one. 3 billion in long-term investments, also safe, and about intangible is about 3 billion. So it's really about 10 billion in cash, and total debt is about 2 billion. So very manageable debt. This is actually a 7 out of 8 out of 10, I would say, in terms of performance from a fundamentals perspective. Price to earnings, this is a little bit high. So it's come down quite a bit from 2,000 PE ratio down to about 137. Still, for a company growing earnings, as we saw before, let's just quickly see 125% to 700%. Look at that. Sorry, that's not it. This is more like it. Growing at about 800% net income. That's not bad at all. That's actually reason why the price earnings is a little bit high. It should go down a little bit more. 30 is where Microsoft is, but this is a faster growing company. 20% growth, lot room, headroom. Price to sales is a little bit high for a 25% growth company. So that's a little bit of a challenge. So if there is one small blip, this is going to get a hit. In terms of gross margins, I said 75% gross margin, 10% net margins, very strong balance sheet. So still 7, 8 out of 10, very, very good overall. I'm not too concerned. They don't pay dividends. So nothing to look at in that perspective. Okay, now let's look at the chart. On the monthly chart basis, strong base built, move up, another base built, good, strong, as you can see, base that was built in this time. In fact, a stronger base even after that, and then a very nice uptrend. This is a stage 2 uptrend, stage 4 decline, did a little bit of a basing here. Stage 1, this is actually now in a stage 2 mode. This is uptrend, beautiful uptrend, growing very, very well. Built a strong base here, and now it's growing very, very well up into it. So that's where it is on a monthly basis. Let's now look at what are the other ones saying so far. On a weekly basis, okay, still strong move. Did a nice bit of move over here. Let's draw some resistance. There's no support really. There's no resistance really. Sorry, I meant to say no resistance really. It can keep going higher and higher. That's all usually a stock that I like. 225 has done a bunch of touches over here. So this is the head and shoulders pattern, move down, and then strongly within the channel. I'm going to adjust the channel down a little bit just to make sure that we can see where it is. Yes, going very, very nicely within the channel. Very strong earnings yesterday was reported, which is probably the reason, or this week was reported, which is why it's moving strong and up and to the right. I'm going to adjust even the bottom end of the channel here a little bit. Seems to be moving in all the right directions, all the right moves. Can't really complain about this stock. This is going to definitely hit at least the 280 to 300 mark. Should get to the 300 mark fairly soon. Let's look at it from a daily basis. Stock on a daily basis, okay, higher highs, higher lows. Very strong move, even on the daily basis. Had broke through this resistance in the 258 zone, broke through another resistance in the 256 to the 265 zone, and now in the 277. Should get to 300. I think the stock is really strong, getting to 300. Again, the really big challenge seems to be the valuation. The RSI is pretty good. The moving averages all pointing up into the right. This is a strong entry. I would expect a little bit of consolidation, just like what it done over here. See the move here? Look at the personality of the stock. It does moves up a little bit, consolidate. So it's going to consolidate somewhere in this and then make another move up again after, or maybe take a little bit of a break, but still move up. This is going to hit 300 at least in the next 4 to 6 weeks before the next earnings. I would buy this at this range, expect a 5 to about 10% move up. I like Palo Alto Networks, good stock, good valuation is the only challenge, but look at the earnings. They recorded earnings roughly about a couple of days ago or a few days ago. Moved up strongly after the earnings, beat the top line standardized reporting by 138, so price of about 17 cents. Revenue 187.87 billion over 1.85 expected. So good, strong earnings, good fundamentals. Except for valuation, this stock is going up. Please comment. Let me know what you think. I'd love to be able to get your feedback.